गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी श्रीराधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशकारिणे। So let me first say about Damodara and this month. As I mentioned in the last program also, that when in store we have sale, right? In the same way, in spiritual life, sale comes in this month of Kartik. Devotional service, any devotional service that is done in this month of Kartik yields 100 times more result than any normal days. Now one may ask why. Because this month is very dear to Lord Krishna. It is very dear to Srimati Radharani, and they are very pleased with the devotee. In this month, especially devotees all around the world, they try to visit Vrindavan Dham also, and they try to engage in some kinds of austerities, and most importantly, they try to engage in devotional service as much as possible, which includes chanting, reading the Srimad Bhagavatam or the Bhagavad Gita or the Chaitanya Charitamrita, all those things. And there is very special significance of offering a ghee lamb to Damodar in this month. And we also sang the Damodar Ashtakam. So Damodar Ashtakam कैसे रखे कि ये नीचे बेंड ना हो। क्या चीज ये बेंड होता है। हाँ, तो दामोदर अष्टकम we sang. There is special significance in this month, and devotees all over the world they offer ghee lamb. This Damodar Ashtakam are 8 verses praising Damodar. You know the word Damodar, what does it mean? Yeah. Dam means rope and Udar means belly. So the name this Damodar came because Krishna is very mischievous. So one time, this pastime is very beautiful actually, and the Acharyas they explain it very nicely, especially Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. One time Krishna was very hungry. The baby form of Krishna was very hungry, and he demanded to have milk. But at that time, Mother Yashoda was warming up some milk in the kitchen. And when the baby came that I want milk, so Mother Yashoda started feeding him breast milk, taking the baby form. And when that happened, the milk in the kitchen started overflowing. So she had to take a break from the breastfeeding, go back to the kitchen and turn off the stove. But when she did that, Krishna became very angry that his breastfeeding was stopped. So then Krishna decided to do some mischief. Yes?
That's a different story.
No, this is the story.
No, but and then after this, there's like a windstorm, right?
No, that is in the movie that you saw. You saw that in the movie, right? Yeah. So then what happens is, then Mother Yashoda, then baby Krishna decides to do some mischief because Mother Yashoda left him. So he goes and he breaks a pot of butter which was hanging to the roof, to the ceiling. And as he did that, he ate some of the butter and then he ran away and he hid himself somewhere so that Mother Yashoda will not be able to find him. Our acharyas, they give a very beautiful explanation for this. I'd like to just quote a couple of things here. So when everything in the spiritual world has consciousness, even the table in the spiritual world will have consciousness. Just imagine this. So our acharyas explain that when Mother Yashoda took the baby form of the Lord and started breastfeeding him, at that point, the milk in the kitchen thought our life is useless. We are not able to serve the Lord because the Lord will not accept us. So why to remain? Let us just die. So they started overflowing. That is how the acharyas basically explain the whole pastime. Then what happens is, when Lord Krishna was hiding, and then Mother Yashoda came, said, and see this, the love of Mother Yashoda is completely pure. She even doesn't know that my son is the Supreme Lord. We saw in Damodara Ashtakam, right? I am not even attracted to your majestic form in Vaikuntha. I just want the pure love. This is pure love of Mother Yashoda. She doesn't even know that my son is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So what happens is, she comes with a stick that if I don't teach this boy, when he grows up, he will be very notorious. So I have to straighten him up, so I bring a stick. And Krishna hid himself somewhere in a room. But Mother Yashoda then came with a stick, and then Krishna started running. Now Krishna was a little boy when he started running like this, 2, 3, 4 years old boy. And as he was running, Mother Yashoda was actually, the scriptures say, she was a little elderly. When she gave birth to Krishna, she was not very young, she was a little elderly. So she also started running behind him. But she was getting tired a little bit. But she was very determined to catch hold of him and teach him a lesson. And she had the stick. And just imagine, Bhagavatam says, Apanna samsmritim ghoram yan nama vivasho grinan tata sadyo vimuchyeta yad vibheti swayam mayam. Bhagavatam says, living beings who are entangled in the complicated meshes of birth and death can be freed immediately by even unconsciously chanting the holy name of Krishna, which is feared by fear personified. Now, fear personified is scared of Krishna's name. Forget about Krishna. He is scared of Krishna and his name. That Krishna is scared of Mother Yashoda. Just think. Logic will not work here. That is why in Braj, in Vrindavan, logic doesn't work. So then, when this happened, and Krishna is really scared, Krishna is having tears in his eyes, and Mother Yashoda,
he's not pretending, he
is actually crying. He is actually crying. And this is the beauty with Krishna. Krishna, when he wants to do a pastime, he will make sure that things are so perfect and enchanting for himself as well as the devotee. Actually, he does it so perfectly even for all living entities. When he puts them in Maya, he makes sure that they all forget that they are all servants of Krishna. What is that verse? या सम्मोहितो जीवो आत्मानां त्रिगुणात्मकम् परोऽपि मनुते अनर्थं तत्कृतं च विपद्यते. भागवतम फर्स्ट कैंटो 7th chapter. Due to this external energy, the living entity, although transcendental to the three modes of material nature, thinks of himself as a material product and thus undergoes the reactions of material miseries. This is again Krishna's energy. In the same way, when Krishna wants to enjoy a pastime, his internal energy will act so that the devotee will also forget that this is the Supreme Lord. Because Krishna wants to experience pure love. So anyways, coming back, so as Mother Yashoda was running behind her, you know what do you call the ladies, they put flowers in their head, and when she was running, some of the flowers actually fell off. And she wanted to catch hold of Krishna and teach him a lesson. So then eventually she caught hold of Krishna. Our acharyas also explained this one beautiful point, that when Mother Yashoda was running, as I said, everything in the spiritual world is conscious. The flowers on the head of Mother Yashoda, there were two categories of them. One of them felt that because her weight is so much, she is not able to run. So it is better we get off. So they fell off. Some of the flowers, they ended up staying because they said that we'll help Mother Yashoda by encouraging her to catch Krishna. So some of them, they stayed. Then another thing that happens, then eventually she is able to catch hold of Krishna. And Krishna is really crying. At that time, Mother Yashoda says, today I will teach you a lesson. And eventually she catches Krishna and she takes it to a grinding mortar. You know, उसको क्या बोलते हैं, उत्कल, जहाँ पे पीसते हैं. नहीं, या चक्की जैसा, बट बड़ा वाला. हाँ, पिक्चर में है पीछे. हाँ, तो she says, I will tie you with this and this is your time out. Now Krishna again, he wants to show a lesson to the people in general. So when Mother Yashoda brings a rope, she tries to put around Krishna and around the grinding mortar. The rope is perfect, but it is only 2 fingers short. Then she says, no, I have to teach you a lesson. So she gets more rope from the house and she ties it, and she ties Krishna again, and still the rope is 2 fingers short. But she is very determined to teach her little child a lesson today. And she gets all the rope in the house and still it is 2 fingers short. Our acharyas explain these 2 fingers, they represent something. When Mother Yashoda really tried and she was exhausted, at that point Krishna said, okay, I will be tied by you now. And then the rope is able to tie him. Else, without Krishna's permission, it is not possible. But then acharyas explain what these 2 fingers are. The first finger is a devotee's determination. Is he really, really determined to serve Krishna in spite of all odds? Mother Yashoda was really determined to teach a lesson. And in the second finger is Krishna's mercy. When determination is there and Krishna sees the determination of a devotee, then Krishna showers his mercy. So these were the two fingers. When these two fingers came and they were satisfied, then Krishna was caught to the grinding water. And then Mother Yashoda went to do her household chores, said, "You have a timeout now." So she stayed, Krishna stayed there and Mother Yashoda went. But Krishna, when he does one pastime, he does many other things parallelly in one shot. So, actually, there is one more point here. Our acharyas explain. As I said, all the things in the spiritual world are animated, especially when Krishna's pastime. Krishna's pastimes, they happen under a direction of the internal potency. It is not random. Everything has a purpose. And Bhagavatam में जब description आता है, वो carefully पढ़ोगे ना, तो there is no statement in Bhagavatam which was just spoken very lightly. तो 10th canto में अभी, now this one pastime is over about Mother Yashoda. But then there is also another pastime. Now Krishna is taught with a dam, which is a rope on his belly, which is Udar. So he got the name Damodar. But with this Damodar, he did one more thing. He 10th canto में आता है ये. 10th canto दे सकते हैं मेरे को?
Yes. कौन सा chapter?
Give me the first volume.
Okay.
तो उसके अंदर डिस्क्रिप्शन में आता है. So Krishna eventually was caught by this rope and tied to the grinding mortar. But Krishna a restless person है, वो एक जगह शांत बैठने वाले हैं नहीं. तो टाई भी किया है उनको. तो उसके बाद still he started crawling. Just imagine this. This is again internal potency of Krishna acting. How can a 3-year-old boy pull a grinding mortar? But he is able to do it. This is again Krishna's potency, because this is his desire. So then what happens, as I said, that everything in the spiritual world is animated. तो ये जब भागवतम में है, let me pull up that description.
बाकी तो पैक्ट नहीं है, ये पैक्ट कैसे?
ये 10th canto में है, अभी आप पहुंचे नहीं.
नहीं लेकिन मैं जब भागवतम निकालती तो पैक्ट नहीं होता है.
Because वो पहले से खोल के रखे.
ओ हम लोग खोले होंगे.
वो पास्ट वाला नहीं, भाभी जी बोले थे खोल दो, तो वो अभी रिसेंट वाला सारा.
कुछ चाहिए क्या बच्चों के लिए खाने का? अंदर ले जाके दे दो.
गरम करती सब.
आलू गरम क्यों होते? कुछ गरम करना कर रहे हैं. ठीक है, बोलो बिना.
हाँ, तो यहाँ पे एक डिस्क्रिप्शन आता है, एक वर्स है. It says, इत्यंतरेण अर्जुनयो कृष्णस्तोयमयोर्ययौ आत्मनिर्वेशमात्रेण तिर्यगतम् उलोखलम्. तो ये Krishna, when he was crawling around his yard, he had the rope tied to his belly and the grinding mortar behind him. When all this was happening, there were 2 trees in Nanda Maharaj's courtyard, Yamala Arjuna trees. They are very, very tall trees. Actually, these 2 trees, in their previous lives, they were sons of Kuber. Their name was Nala Kubera and Manigriva. जो पढ़ा ना आपने, तो कुबेरात्मजो बद्धभूतये वैयादवात्. तो हुआ क्या था, in the previous life, this Nala Kubera and Manigriva, they used to reside in their own planet. And being kids of a very opulent father, they were little spoiled children. So life in higher planets, the standard is much better. So their enjoyment standards are also much better. And spoil हुए तो वो भी थोड़ा extreme case में spoil होते हैं. So they were drunk, they were enjoying in the swimming pool, naked with other women and everything. And in that, while enjoying in the swimming pool, having time with other women and naked, Narad Muni was passing by. So as Narad Muni was passing by, he saw these two men. The other ladies, they covered up their body because they saw Narad Muni coming. But these two men, they ended up remaining in the same situation they were. Then Narad Muni said, "You don't understand how to treat a saintly man. You are completely naked, you don't understand. So in the next life, you will get a completely naked body. That is a body of a tree. That because they don't wear any clothes." So then when they heard the curse, they were shaken up. Then they begged for forgiveness from Narad Muni. Then Narad Muni, being a devotee, he said, "Okay, the only benediction that you get here is you will be two trees in the house of Nanda Maharaj where Krishna will appear. And when Krishna will appear, he will deliver you and also give you bhakti." So just imagine, these two were two trees standing in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj, and they had the benediction of seeing Krishna's pastimes until they were uprooted. Ye benediction. This is what a spiritual master does. You come in contact with a spiritual master, knowingly or unknowingly, he will inject Krishna in you, according to inclination. Excuse me. तो ये हुआ. So then Krishna, when he was crawling in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj, he saw these two Yamala Arjuna trees. When he saw these two trees, then a thought came in Krishna's mind. I would like to read that thought. Repeat after me. देवर्षिर्मे प्रियतमो यद इमौ धनधात्मजौ यद इमौ धनदा आत्मजौ तत्तथा साधयिष्यामि यद गीतम तन महात्मना. So the verse says, now this is what Krishna is thinking, point to be noted. Although these two young men are the sons of very rich Kuber, and I have nothing to do with them, Devarshir Narad is my very dear and affectionate devotee, and therefore because he wanted me to come face to face with them, I must do so for their deliverance. Krishna thought this. The moment Krishna thought this, just imagine, photo में वो grinding mortar कैसा है, ऐसा खड़ा है, right? The moment Krishna thought something like this grinding mortar, it fell on the side. वो next verse में बोलते हैं भागवत में. Having thus spoken, Krishna soon entered between the two Arjuna trees, and thus the big mortar to which he was bound turned crosswise and stuck between them. Krishna's desire. Just by the will, things are adjusted. As I said, everything is animated. So our acharyas explain why animated. तो ये लोग कौन थे पहले? कृष्ण उपनिषद में कहा गया है कि they were demigods who wanted to take part in Krishna's pastimes. And especially this grinding mortar and the rope were Kashyap and Aditi. They took the form of grinding mortar and a rope to serve Krishna in his pastime.
Kashyap is the rishi.
Yes.
The son of the Hiranyaksha.
हाँ, उनके पिता. ये सारे Aditi and Aditi is husband.
So why did they take that form?
They wanted to take part in Krishna's pastime.
They took the trees form.
No,
these-
the grinding
side
mortar
of
and
Ah,
and the rope.
and the
So,
rope. Okay.
In fact, I'm reading that part in third canto right
Yeah.
now about Diti and
Kashyap.
Kashyap. So when you said it, I remembered. Otherwise, I forget only who
Yeah.
I read about.
Kashyap se Kashmir aaya. That's where he was located. Anyways, so when this happened, then the mortar immediately fell. Then Krishna took the mortar and crushed the two trees. They fell off, and two personalities came out of the tree. They offered obeisances to Krishna, and then they went back home, back to Godhead. And everybody was wondering how come this happened. Mother Yashoda is also wondering. Yes.
You said that the two personalities are going back to Godhead.
Yeah.
This pastime happened like where
The pastime happened here on this planet.
this planet?
Yes.
I thought it was
No, eternally it is always happening in the spiritual world. But in our vision, it also happened in Vrindavan. Have you been to Vrindavan? Yeah, it happened in Vrindavan also.
Have you been to Vrindavan?
Yes.
So Kuber is the Lakshmi, जो Lakshmi जी का बोलते कुबेर
हाँ,
का धन. That is Kuber God, right?
हाँ.
And who is the other one?
उनके दो बच्चे हैं, नल कुबेरा and मणिग्रीवा.
Oh, so these are the kids of Kubera who
हाँ.
are cursed.
हाँ,
Oh, because they had so much money of their dads.
They were spoiled.
हाँ, बच्चे स्पॉइल हो जाते हैं.
यहाँ स्कोप ही नहीं है.
So when he's performing these pastimes here, is like Golok Vrindavan empty? Is there no Krishna up there when he is here performing pastimes?
Very good question. Very very good question. इसका आंसर मुझे भी अभी तक मिला नहीं है. But I think he is eternally existing there also.
He's everywhere.
Yes, but at the same time, he comes periodically in this. The original Krishna, he periodically comes here to show his own abode.
लो बैटरी लगा हुआ है.
He periodically comes here to show his pastimes.
Because I heard that he brought everybody with him. The trees,
Yes.
the plants,
Yes.
everything. So mane that place was feels like that place was empty.
उधर ले जाकर
Oh,
But they say no that he expands. It doesn't mean if he is in one place, he cannot be in another place. He can be everywhere at the same time, right?
yes. At
He
the
is
same
there
time.
everywhere. So he can be there and here.
And so he'll be up there while performing pastimes here as well. So everybody is. So, but my question is, even if he is omnipresent and omnipotent, he can be everywhere at the same time. His associates can also be everywhere at the same time.
Yes.
So, I mean, isn't in the first canto itself it's explained that Krishna's, the Purush form of his has evolved so many parallel universes, like, and then every universe has, he resides in every universe as Hari, and this is the form of Hari, and then Brahma as well, and Shiv, all three are in each and every universe which
Yes.
came out of his.
Yes.
So yeah, there are multi-universe, and now in every universe there is, imaginary. All these planets are
Yeah.
in every universe, right?
So it is said in the Shastra that original Krishna, he comes in one day of Brahma. He comes one time, in one day of Brahma. And he is here on this planet for 125 years. So based on that, you can calculate how many universes are there. Huh? He comes once in a day of Brahma. तो उसके ऊपर से 125 years he is there on this planet.
and even one day of Brahma is not like, is like many years.
Yeah,
in
it's
this.
billions of years.
Millions of years.
I think
Yes.
once Naradji also had
You
the
know,
same
Krishna-
question. Go ahead.
You know, Krishna takes a lot of incarnations.
Yes.
I think once Narad Muni was confused. Sorry.
You know,
go ahead.
Balaram, elder
His elder brother, yeah.
and Krishna. Can Balaram always come in Krishna's incarnations when he takes them for reasons?
Yes, Balaram is always accompanying Krishna.
But what about in the Matsya? How can Balaram come?
That's a very-
What's up then?
Because
I think at that time Balramji might have taken a break.
Possibly.
Possibly he might have taken a break. But I don't know. I'll have to ask, inquire and get back to you. But you know, Balaram is the prime servitor of Krishna. He is the prime most, he wants to serve Krishna in the best possible way. So he takes the form of Balaram, that is elder brother. Right? And elder brother sometimes is like a father also. I've told you many times, you are Sachi Shaunak's second father. Yes or no? So Balaram also takes that form. But you know, at the same time, Balaram is also the friend of Krishna. At the same time, Balaram also expands as his paraphernalia, as his bed. Ananta Shesh. Have you seen Ananta Shesh? On which Lord Vishnu sleeps like this? That Ananta Shesh is an expansion of Balaram. You know that? Why did Balaram expand like this? Just to serve.
And in Ramayana, Balaram was in Lakshman's form, right? Younger brother. And then whenever Lord was planning his next incarnation, I've heard it somewhere, or I think I've seen it somewhere, maybe in Ramayana or something. He said that, okay, Prabhu, I want to be a part of your incarnation, but this time,
I'll
in
be
this
the
part,
elder brother.
I will not be the younger brother. Okay, so he said, okay, this time you'll be my elder brother. So
I
that's
was reading about that. They were saying because when Ram and Sita, they couldn't be together because then she got swallowed by Bhumi Devi. Even though Bhumi Devi, it was like there was a shadow Sita. I read about that also.
yeah.
But
Agni
he's-
Devi.
No, shadow.
she was the shadow
She
version
was
of
the-
Sita
Mhm.
because he could not. So it said he was so sad because Sita Devi got kidnapped and they could not be together. And because of him basically. So he said ki I will only appear as the old, because he couldn't command Ram because he's the younger
Yeah.
brother.
Right.
He keep Sita in the kingdom
Right.
with you. So he said from now on I'll be the older brother.
Yeah.
So I don't know who was talking about it, but they
Ah,
said ki
Vinay
Balaram.
Varanasi.
No.
Armendranath.
He said
Even
he
you made me
appeared
hear
as Nityananda Prabhu, the older brother of Sri Chaitanya, and he appeared as Balaram, the older brother of Krishna. So he could command him.
He was also saying Vrindavan, matlab he is the
He's expanded as
he is
Vrindavan.
expanded. That's what he said in that.
Balaram has expanded as a
Into
Yeah.
Possible.
I read
Yes.
about. He was listening, I think so.
I
on this
wanted
also.
to see that when we.
So originally
Even
Krishna
now-
expanded into two forms. One is the Shakti, another is the Swarup. Shakti is Srimati Radharani and Swarup is Balaram. Then as Krishna took another expansions and incarnations, Srimati Radharani also took expansions and incarnations. When Krishna took the form of Narayan, Srimati Radharani took the form of Lakshmi Devi. When that expanded into thousands of Narayans, Srimati Radharani also expanded in thousands of Lakshmis. When Krishna wanted to come in contact with the material world, he expanded himself as Lord Shiva. And then Srimati Radharani took the form of Durga Devi to accompany Lord Shiva.
Parvati?
सृष्टि स्थिति प्रलय साधन शक्ति रेखा छाये वयस्य भुवनानि बिभरति दुर्गा इच्छानुरूपमपि यस्य च चेष्टते सा गोविन्दमादि पुरुषं तमहं भजामि. So this is the point I'm trying to say. When one takes to Krishna consciousness, one sees things in proper perspective. When the sun rises, it is not that I just see myself and the sun. No, we see everything in their proper place. In the same way, when you understand Krishna, you understand everybody's position. So, which includes the Devtas also.
And
Yes.
Prabhuji, you said
What
ki
you were
last
saying
year-
about
Wait, hold on.
Okay. No, just like you said, everything is animated in the past. I've been to Vrindavan. Even today, if you go to Vrindavan, you are not allowed to take any stone, any leaf, any tree outside the Vrindavan. You just cannot bring anything. All you can bring is raj, mitti, dhool, jo hai. That's the only thing, because everything else, the stone, the leaf, or even anything out there is considered
have their own
living,
consciousness
and
towards it.
they have done millions of years of prayers to be born there and to be a part of
Krita Punya
Vrindavan.
Punja.
Yeah, to be a part of
Bhagavatam it
Vrindavan.
says
So my
this.
And
brother
there have
was
been
there
so
Ravi,
many
also.
people who have brought a stone from Vrindavan and house is shattered. So they had to go back, say sorry, put it back there. And Acharya says usually this is aparadh to the
अभी
next level.
अभी एक हम आपका इंस्टाग्राम में देख रहे थे, आई थिंक इंडोनेशिया में होगा या बाले वहीं होगा। तो एक आदमी ने वो लोग का भाषण बोल रहा है, तो जंगल में खड़ा है और पूरा तो माने पेड़ वैसा हिल रहा है, ठीक है। तो हमें नीचे में तो फ्लूट बोला, तो फ्लूट है जो फ्लूट बजाता है ना, वो पूरा वो सब स्टिल हो जाता है।
नहीं, वृंदावन में तो अभी भी
No,
there are strict
Then I
rules
said,
when
ये
you go to
हमको जैसे वो
वृंदावन.
दिन हमारा क्वेश्चन था, जैसे हम लोग को जो उसमें डाल दे ग्रुप में, किसी ने पूछा कि जो प्रभुपादा को
जो
जो
बात किए थे, हाँ,
तो हमको दिखा, बोला कि वो आदमी आया, बोला देखो अभी जंगल दिखा, सबको दिखा कैमरा से, सब पूरा पत्ता पैसा हिल रहा, ठीक है ना। अब स्टार्ट प्लेइंग, जैसे वो एक तो अच्छा सा धुन बजा और से वो
So अभी my brother was there, I was telling him हम लोग को भी दर्शन करा देना मंदिर से, मतलब एक तो वीडियो कॉल कर देना या जो भी. So he said allow नहीं करता.
and all the trees turn into
Blanket?
trees and other Krishna Tamasi.
ये तुमसे वाइट वाला इधर है।
ये तो ब्लैंकेट ही है.
Yeah.
माधुर्य रस वाला जो क्लास हम लोग गए थे संडे को, that was very nice. The Prabhuji that had spoke there was very very smart. He spoke, माने माधुर्य रस का, he said he only spoke a little bit, but he was speaking a lot on very interesting topics, like माने mind boggling. He was very smart.
तो ये आपने जो बोला ना अभी दिशा माता जी, भागवतम में ही ये क्वेश्चन परीक्षित महाराज ने शुभदेव गोस्वामी को पूछा है। उन्होंने पूछा
है ना।
हाँ है, थोड़ा और दे दीजिए, अभी टाइम है इसलिए खा लेंगे और
And वैभव, जैसे एक को डाउट हो ना कि जब भगवान जी यहाँ है तो was he there also in गोलोक, और ऐसी एक बार मैंने ऐसी सुना है भी अपनी बड़े लोगों से कि एक बार नारद जी को ऐसा हुआ कि 16,000 रानियां हैं, भगवान कहाँ कहाँ होते हैं देखो तो. So with that intention he tried to go and see, and he looked in every room he found Krishna. Ultimately he went to the main Vaikuntha or whatever the dham where Krishna is, and he goes there then, and he's sitting there smiling. So and the moment he enters, Bhagavan is like, what happened, why are you here? He said, Prabhu, आपकी माया, एक को रानी दुखी नहीं है, सब के साथ आप हैं, सब जगह आप हैं, तो मेरे से गलती होगी, मैं जा रहा हूँ.
वो he was that Madhurya Ras class में, I forgot he was talking about it. He said he tried to ask the Ranis, he said, are you sad?
No,
नहीं, you
Krishna
saw
मेरे
this.
पास है.
They started crying. They said, I couldn't expect a better husband.
Yeah.
Very sweet pastime that he's discussing.
सबके पास, सबके साथ, एक ही समय पर, तो
वो लेकिन बहुत ही माइंड बॉगलिंग कॉन्सेप्ट होता है, क्योंकि इसमें when you read the Bhagavatam or anything, they say कि the whole, like the original Krishna came down. अब I can't imagine कि original Krishna came 100% down and 100% Krishna is also remaining there. That is confusing to understand.
Why do you say Krishna is 100%? He's more than that.
हाँ, माने 100% is theoretically full.
Yeah.
But even when you
Okay, then
take the 100%, even then there's
100 will remain.
Countless, undefined, and
Yeah. Omnipresent.
infinite.
इसलिए ईशोपनिषद, we will cover that book, very beautiful book. In that book, the first thing it says, Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate.
पूर्ण में से कुछ निकालो फिर भी पूर्ण है
I have a question.
Yes.
Yes.
So what you were saying, like about Radharani, she could take like incarnations and expansions, right?
Yes.
But it says that she doesn't take incarnations. She just only takes expansions.
Yes.
So how can she take incarnations? She only takes.
She expands.
But
It means pretty much the same.
There is actually a slight difference, but she expands herself to serve Krishna. They are so full with the mood to serve Krishna that they want to serve Krishna in any and every capacity they get. That is the main point. So this question was asked. कहाँ गया वो? निकाला था हाँ. इसका लंबा ट्रांसलेशन है वर्स का, मैं पढ़ता हूँ. All the boys would be differently engaged. Some boys blew their flutes and others blew bugles made of horn. Some imitated the buzzing of the bumblebees and others imitated the voice of the cuckoo. Some boys imitated flying birds by running after the bird's shadow on the ground. Some imitated the beautiful movements and attractive postures of the swans. Some sat down with the ducks, sitting silently, and others imitated the dancing of the peacocks. Some boys attracted young monkeys in the trees. Some jumped into the trees, imitating the monkeys. Some made faces as the monkeys were accustomed to do, and others jumped from one branch to another. Some boys went to the waterfalls and crossed over the river, jumping with the frogs, and when they saw their own reflection on the water, they would laugh. They would also condemn the sounds of their own echoes. In this way, all the cowherd boys used to play with Krishna, who is the source of the Brahman effulgence for jnanis desiring to merge into that effulgence. Who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead for the devotees who have accepted eternal servitorship, and who, for ordinary persons, is but another ordinary child. The cowherd boys, having accumulated the results of pious activities for many lives, were able to associate in this way with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. How can one explain their great fortune? Krita Punya Punja, that is the verse. Prabhupada used to quote this many, many times. It comes in the last section. There are 4 verses that are combined together, 5 verses. But the last line it says, Itham satam brahma sukhanubhutya dasyam gatanam paradevatena maya shritanam naradarakena sakam vijra krita punya punja. Yeah. Anyways. So this is the whole pastime of Damodar Leela. In Damodar Leela, these 2 pastimes, they are combined together. Mother Yashoda tying the rope with the grinding mortar, and then Krishna with that grinding mortar delivering the 2 sons of Kubera, Nalakubera and Manigriva, who were there as 2 tall Yamala Arjuna trees in the courtyard. ये बंद कर दे अभी. So anyways, so this is the pastime. अभी और क्या सुनना है भागवतम में से?
आप बताइए. मैंने बहुत कुछ सुना है, जो भी आप बताएं, जो भी आपको आज के दिन में सही लगता है. मैंने ये पूरे महीने का सिग्निफिकेंस और दामोदर का सिग्निफिकेंस besides what you just said और क्या है?
This is the main part, what I just told.
So इसमें हम मैंने जो कहते हैं कि दिया ये करते हैं, so why do we do?
Why is just this month? To
Kartik
you
Maas,
said
he said
it's like
This month is very dear to the Lord.
dear to the Lord, but why just this month? What's
This, some devotees say it is the month of Srimati Radharani, and
मैंने
Krishna.
भी सुना, but I thought it was Yashoda, and so I was
Yes,
confused.
so Damodar name वहाँ से आया. This month is also the month of Srimati Radharani. Anything connected to Srimati Radharani, Krishna himself says, the love of Srimati Radharani is my spiritual master. So that way, Srimati Radharani ends up becoming Param Guru for Krishna. So anything associated with Srimati Radharani, Krishna becomes very magnanimous then.
So what do you mean by month of Radharani?
It is said that she, how do I say this? She likes this month in one sense.
She likes autumn, maybe.
Maybe.
Why this planet out of all of them? Like Varahadev saved Mother Earth.
Mm.
Krishna came to Earth
Mm.
himself. Because his incarnations came, I understand, but the original personality came to Earth. Lived in India out of all places, in Vrindavan.
Mm.
Is there a specific reason for that? There could, theoretically speaking, the universe is massive and the realms are huge, so he could have been going anywhere.
He goes everywhere.
Okay.
He goes everywhere.
I think because we are in here,
Yeah,
that's
different
where-
planet, they might have the same question.
know.
Why, like, why in this planet? So,
Yeah, because we are
भागवतम
here.
में वर्ष पढ़ूंगा, मेरे को उसका क्वेश्चन सुन
Yeah,
लेने
sure.
दो.
What does Kartik mean?
It's a name of a month. I don't know the actual
कार्तिक
meaning.
है शिवाजी का बेटा का नाम भी कार्तिक है.
Yeah,
The
Shiva-
Kartikeya.
वो कार्तिकेय है.
Kartik.
Okay.
Kartikeya.
Kartik is the name of a month in Sanskrit.
कार्तिक है.
I don't know what it means. I'll have to ask someone and let you know.
I know it's a month, but what is the actual meaning?
What does November mean?
It's a month.
I know it's a month, but what does it mean? That's how your question is. So I'll have to ask, figure it out, and get back to you. Make sense? आपका जो question था, why this planet? It is not only limited to this planet. He takes birth anywhere and everywhere. He took birth as Vaman Dev in the heavenly planets. He took birth not from a womb of a mother, but from a pillar in Narsingadev. तो यहाँ पे लिखा है ना, thus the Lord of the universes maintain all planets inhabited by demigods, men and lower animals. Assuming the roles of incarnations, he performs pastime to reclaim those in the mode of pure goodness. भावयत्येष सत्वेना लोकन वै लोक भावना लीला अवतारानुरतो देवतीर्यान नरादिषु. So he takes incarnations in all. Or incarnations are not only limited to the 10 incarnations that we famously know. There are incarnations that are happening at different levels. So, and Bhagavatam gives an idea about this. Lord Rishabdev is also an incarnation of Krishna, whereas King Prithu Maharaj is also an incarnation of Krishna. However, the same Prithu Maharaj is also worshipping Lord Narayana, and Lord Narayana came at his sacrifice to accept the offerings. And Prithu Maharaj bows down to him. But he is one of the, what do you call? Empowered incarnations, empowered for rulership.
Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself.
is not an incarnation.
No.
So what is the difference between the incarnation and
Very good point. You saw that lamp? And you saw all these lamps. What is the difference between that lamp and all the lamps that you had
I got-
ignited here?
So that lamp lights up all the other lamps.
Yes. Deeparchire vahi dashantaram abhyupetya deepayate vivrata heto samana dharma yastadrige vahi cha vishnu taya vibhati govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami.
I thought we were those lamps and he was that lamp.
We are. But he expands into all kinds of things. Some are his avatars, And he also expands. Living entities also. We don't have a separate source. We come from him. But we are given very minute amounts of energy. And then these are Purna forms. Etecha amsha kala pumsha. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Vyasadev clearly says. पूरा जो incarnations है यहाँ पे 3rd chapter में आपने पढ़ा होगा. It is listed all the incarnations of Krishna.
And even Ved Vyas is in.
हाँ, Ved Vyasa is an incarnation. Narad Muni is also an incarnation according to that list.
It is astounding. Like आप मुझे 6 महीने 1 साल हो गया शायद, आपने मुझे शायद कार्तिक यही महीने में आप आना शुरू किए थे हमारे यहाँ, तो आपने हमको 1 महीने के अंदर ही बोला था कि आप पहले कृष्ण को समझिए. एंड अभी लाइक आई वाज रीडिंग, हमारा करवा चौथ है आज, तो वी लिसन टू द स्टोरी करवा चौथ का. इट वाज अमेजिंग. मम्मी हर साल हमें स्टोरी बताती थी. देयर वाज नो मेंशन ऑफ कृष्णा देयर. गणेश जी का मेंशन होता. आज मैंने चलाया टीवी में बिकॉज मम्मी इज़ नॉट हियर. सो उसमें भी कृष्ण भगवान के बारे में ही बोल रहे हैं कि यू हैव टू ऑफर कृष्ण भगवान द करवा चौथ का, एंड इफ यू डूइंग द पूजा and offering the prasad to him and then offering it to the moon god, then it means that you are praying and it is going to your husband also, but he is the main swami for everybody, so you're praying to him first and then you pray. It was very astounding कि जो concept आप सिखा रहे हैं वो सभी जगह है, अब सब जगह मिल रही है, पहले कभी नहीं मिली. That is the amazing thing. पहले कभी नहीं सुना, अब पहली बार सुना इतने साल में.
हम बहुत कंफ्यूज था फर्स्ट
20
टाइम आई
years.
कम टू या इवेंट में. पहले वी डिडंट गो मच, तो दीपिका आंटी के घर में फर्स्ट टाइम हुआ था, तो यू ऑल हैड द सैंड यहाँ पे, तो मैंने सोचा कम था, इससे कम अमाउंट था. मैंने बोला हलवा यहाँ रखा है, सब लोग उसमें जाके स्टिक लगा रहे हैं. मैंने सोचा अगरबत्ती है, मैंने बोला कोई अगरबत्ती से वो बुझा क्यों नहीं रहा है. आई वाज सो कंफ्यूज. हम यहाँ तबला बजा रहे हैं, वो जलते जा रहे हैं. मैंने बोला कोई बुझाओ उसको, नहीं तो अगरबत्ती कैसे काम
मैं
करेगी.
अभी भी सोची जब मैं आई उनका स्वाति ने बहुत सारी पंजीरी बनाई है.
मंजूरी है, टेस्ट करके.
मैं भी वही सोच रहा था कि कोई नहीं पता जाके मैं खा लूं, बराबर तो सब बालू
वो
खा.
दूर से ऐसा लगा पंजीरी बनाई.
भाई,
स्वाति ने
एकदम
बहुत
सही
प्रसाद
है.
बना दिया.
Yes,
She's got the halwa. She's bought.
Can Krishna take a form of Lord Shiva?
Oh yeah, he does.
But Lord Shiva is a demigod, right?
No.
I mean, no. He's a bhakta, right?
Yes. He is a devotee.
Then how can Krishna take a form of
He can.
Lord